Hey lovelies, so I'm back. Today I'm going to teach you how I do the Ackee Saltfish my way. So first of all, I've cut up my seasonings and I've got them all here. There is a tutorial already on my channel as to how I cut my seasonings, so please do not say you don't know how to do it. I've got on here, this is the saltfish brand that I use this time round. I usually use another one, but this is what I had access to, so that's what I used. I've already went ahead and boiled the salt out of the saltfish twice. It's still got taste of salt in there, so you know it's good to be used now, but before it was quite salty, as you can imagine, so you need to boil it. Well, different saltfish might require different amounts of boiling. This one I literally boiled it twice and then it's good to go. So I've just picked it up and you can see it in the bowl there. So it's about 250 grams in this particular pack. The one that I usually use is about 275, not too much. I have drained off and washed my ackee and I've just left it in this bowl here. It's quite handy. It has the holes there, so you just empty it in there, drain it off, wash it, and then drain it again. And the brand of ackee that I used was this one, the Tropical Sun. That's the one that I had access to, and it's around $4.99. I think some places are more than that, some places are less, so if you do pay more than that for it, don't be alarmed. Right then, on the heat here you can see I've got a wok on. You don't have to use a wok, you can use any kind of frying pan, pot, wok, whatever you want to use, that is up to you. So in there I've got 8 tablespoons of sunflower oil. Once again, you can use any oil that you want to use, you don't have to use sunflower oil. Please do not try and substitute and use butter. So I've just got the pot here on a medium heat and it's just warming up. Once it's warmed up, I'm going to leave it on there for about a minute or so. I'm going to add all my seasoning to the pot and then cook it in with the saltfish, a little bit of black pepper, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so on my cutting board I've got 1 onion that I've just cut up. It's a really small one. If you've got a bigger one, only use half of it. I've got 1 tomato, about 3 sprigs of thyme there. I've got 2 pegs of garlic that I've cut up, 4 pimento seeds, you don't need too much of it, and I used 3 different colour sweet peppers and I used 1/3 of each one. If you don't want to use that much sweet pepper, you don't have to. If you don't want to use different colours, you don't have to. I just like to play around with the food and give it different colours and make it look all nice and presentable. So for me that's okay. If you only have access to 1 colour pepper, that's fine. Use that one that you have access to and do your thing. So pot's been on the heat now for more than a minute. So I'm literally just going to put all of my seasoning in. It doesn't matter what order you put it in, just put it all in. So the idea is that you cook the saltfish in with the seasoning so it picks up on the flavour, so you don't have to do too much with your ackee, because a lot of people, when they cook the ackee, it literally goes into an effect like scrambled egg, and that you want to try your hardest to avoid, because it's not pleasant when you serve out the dish and it literally just looks like scrambled eggs with a bit of saltfish on the side. So here I'm just gonna cook down my seasoning for a bit. I'm going to turn up the heat a bit higher now that the seasoning's in there. So just slightly higher, not too much. And then you literally just want the oil to get the flavour of all the seasoning. Don't want to cook the life out of the seasoning and have it all mushy, but you want it to cook in so everything blends in nicely and doesn't have a raw cut taste to it. Right, so I've been cooking this on a high heat for about a minute now. So I'm going to add my saltfish in. So literally just drop it in. To the saltfish, I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Ground black pepper, this is the one that I use. And that's what it looks like on the inside. And you don't have to use this brand ground black pepper. You can just use any black pepper you can get access to. If you want to, you can just use Scotch bonnet pepper. You don't have to actually use black pepper at all. So that's the choice of yours. So I'm just mixing it in now, and then I'm going to let it cook for a bit. So that the flavours all combine with each other. And the seasoning cook down a bit further. So I'm going to turn it down now, back to a medium heat, and then leave it there for a while. So what I'm using does not have a dedicated pot cover for it. So I'm just going to steal a pot cover from another pot and just leave it on there to steam for a while. I'm just going to leave it for about another minute, and in the meantime I'm just going to do whatever other bits I have to do and get the ackee ready and waiting. Right guys, so it's been cooking for a further 2 minutes now. So I'm literally just going to remove my lid and I'm going to give it a little stir. Because after we add ackee, we're not going to do too much mixing, because that, like I said, is what scrambles the ackee and makes it look horrible. Yes, if you have ackee that you can pick off a tree and do what you gotta do, please by all means use it. I know I'm about to get cussed like it's nothing for using a tinned ackee, but guess what? That's what I have. And we have a saying, when me have, me give my friend. And I have tin ackee, so deal with it. So I'm just gonna pour in the ackee that I've got here. Then I'm going to literally take a gentle mix, well, turn in action, and just incorporate it like this, so that I'm not doing too much to it and scramble it out. So you just barely want to trouble the ackee, really and truly. I'm just gonna flatten it out a bit, there. So then you literally just leave this to simmer for another 2 to 3 minutes. Because it's a tin one, it's fine to do that. You don't need to have it cooking for a very long time. I know some people add a little tip of water to it. That's fine, that's up to you. You do what you do best, but this is how I do mine. So I'm gonna leave it, cover it up, let it simmer for a bit. Okay guys, so off camera I added, say, another about 50 ml of water, just to make a little bit of gravy, if you must call it that, alongside it. And then I just left it to steam down. So it's been 5 minutes and that's the result. So there you have it. ackee and saltfish. Right guys, so that is my end result. As you can see here, I've chosen to serve mine up with boiled dumpling. You got white yam, Irish potato, or just potato if you're not familiar with that phrase, sweet potato, a bit of fried plantain, and my ackee and saltfish. You don't have to do that. You can have yours with fried dumpling, you can have it with boiled plantain, you can do whatever you want with it, it's up to you. You can have it with breadfruit, whatever. So that's what I've done. That's how I make mine. You do your thing. See you later. Bye.